let's stick with Dak Prescott. The Cowboys are limping into Sunday's game in Philly. He has struggled this season with just 10 touchdown passes, which is 22nd in the league, and his QBR ranks 25th. Dak was Offensive Rookie of the Year in his first season, but last season he threw 13 interceptions and Dallas missed the playoffs. So, Rob Parker, we are starting with you. What is your grade on Dak's career so far?
Now, you know I'm an adjunct professor at USC, so you know I take these grades very seriously. You know, you got to be fair.
Are you adjunct or just junk?
Wow. Well, I guess a combination of both. But I would give him a C- for his career.
That's actually better than I thought you were.
No, a C- because the first year he did very well, but it was set up. And Skip, you know this, it was set up for him. He had a great offensive line. He had a great rookie running back who tore the league up. And then they didn't let him do too many crazy things with the ball. Just managed, threw the ball, didn't put himself into too many situations where it was going to work out bad for him.
Right.
But we saw him exposed year 2 once Ezekiel Elliott wasn't there for him and was missing suspensions, injuries. So all of a sudden you're looking for him to pull a team through in the offense. He couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And you can blame Des Bryant was there and some other receivers.
Wait, the Des who led the league in drops last?
Well, but he was there and so was Witten. Right? And he still couldn't make it happen.
Witten, who couldn't outrun Shannon at age 50.
Could he still catch the ball, though?
Yeah.
Yes, he could still catch the ball.
He catch it for 3 yards, and that was it, right?
Well,
And
that's all far Dak can throw it. I mean,
It's about 3 yards. And then this year, 10 touchdowns, which is 22nd in the league.
What?
He's averaging, he's 29th in yards. The league team is 29th in yards, passing yards per game. So when you look at it, he looks to me like a really, really probably good backup quarterback. And if I'm the Cowboys, I'm looking for a quarterback to be the lead franchise quarterback for this team. Am I right or wrong? He's not good enough.
Don't ask them.
He's not good enough.
They're not going to.
Yeah, they did. They said, yeah,
They
he's
said
right.
yes. They agree with me. Yes,
You
because
put them on the spot.
That's okay. That's the best time to do it.
Exactly. They know about being on the spot, and they perform.
Because you went over there and prepped them.
You see,
I need you to agree with me, right?
But I just don't think it, when you look at it, and I know Jerry Jones had his reservations early on, and most of it was because of his love of Tony Romo. But in reality, he was right not to jump the gun and crown this guy, that guy, because he did it with smoke and mirrors early on, and you know what? It's run out.
Mirrors.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. By the way, Rob Parker, bottom line, said Dak Prescott is a backup quarterback. Go ahead, Shannon.
Well, look, if we're grading on the 4-point scale, I give him a 2, average. 5-point scale, I give him 2.5. He's average.
That's his grade.
A, B, C, I give him a C. And I told you before, because we did this topic early, he's a C, Skip. I mean, I wish I can give him something better than that, but I can't, because he's been average. His number says he's been average. And that's where he is. All these things, and like Rob said, everything was perfect. Now everything isn't perfect. He might not be the reason they're losing, but he damn sure isn't the reason they're winning. And that's a problem, especially when you want to invest $28 million in a quarterback, because that's what he's going to be asking for. Jerry's already made it clear he's going to extend him, where the going rate is somewhere between $25 and $30 million, maybe upwards.
And Shannon, the thing you brought up about being able to work through the bad matches and when a team's not great. Aaron Rodgers is a perfect example. Not a good defense, and I'm not saying they were on the same level, but he works through not having those other things where Dak can't do it.
He's 3-4-1 right now. Aaron Rodgers is.
We're talking about his
5 and
career.
6 in the postseason since his Super Bowl 9 years ago. You can't defend Aaron Rodgers.
How about this here? How about I do you like this here? And I'm going to let you take it from here. I think the Cowboys at this point would have loved to see Dak Prescott turn into what Russell Wilson started out as and has turned into now.
That's fair.
Well, I never said that Dak was better than Russell Wilson, because I think he's really good.
No, I'm saying they would hope he would be that, because, okay, he lost his offensive line. Remember, Russ was getting killed. No running game. Beast mode had left. Defense was starting to age. Guys were being injured, and Russ still found some way to make them viable.
Were they viable last year?
What were they reckon? Close to y'all.
So they were like us.
I put it like this:
9 and 7.
If I'd have put Dak, if I'd have put Russ in that, y'all have been in the playoffs.
Oh.
Russ and the Cowboys, y'all playoff team.
So for his career, 2.5 years, I give Dak Prescott a B.
Oh my God.
Oh my, that's too high.
Well,
Skip.
you were just a C, what?
C
minus and a C.
Yeah, he's average.
1 letter grade.
Average. You got him above average.
So I'm the first to admit, as I said on Tuesday, Dak's inconsistency this year is alarming for me. I don't like the way he's trending this year. Although this year he did throw a late clutch pass to Ezekiel Elliott to save the game against the Lions. Again, they just wiped out the Patriots.
But it was the Lions.
Yeah, okay, but whatever. You picked him to beat the Patriots. I give you that. And this year, Dak had a QBR of 95, scaled 0 to 100 against Jacksonville, and they came in as the #1 defense, and it was 40-7 Dallas. So we've seen some highs and we've seen some low lows. And the decision he made to try to force the ball to Amari in double coverage in the end zone on 2nd goal from the 4-yard line the other night was simply the worst decision of his career. The decision to not protect the football mid-3rd quarter when it was still 14-all, try to do too much and lose it back to the Titans, who then opened the floodgates and it went the other way to 28-14. It was a terrible decision. He's had 2 terrible fumbles this year. The other one was with 5 minutes left at Washington. He fumbled it in his own end zone trying to do too much, but then he was a warrior and he threw for 120 yards in the 4th quarter, which is not backup quarterback kind of yards, to bring them back and put them in position to tie the game with a field goal at Washington and go into overtime. Right?
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. Help me out, Rob. You've been around football, covered it for a number of years.
Since 1987, I've been covering the NFL.
Okay, 1987.
Yeah, I'm 1974.
Okay, well, good. So both of you guys, can weigh in on this.
Yeah.
How can, if you're that guy, do too much? Does Tom Brady do too much?
Okay, so let's ask that question of me. Thank you very much.
I was asking.
So
You don't want to hear what I got to say.
This year, Shannon Sharp, the Hall of Famer, has told me they don't have any receivers who can separate. They have no #1. They don't even have a #2 receiver. This is pre-Amari Cooper, who just played his first game last Monday night. You've also told me the offensive line is a shambles. It's been a shocking disappointment without Travis Frederick, a Pro Bowl center, lost.
It's not as great as it was 2 years ago.
Well, it's just a shocking disappointment. And Ezekiel Elliott, to me, they hoped he would play his way into shape after playing 0 snaps in the preseason. He looks out of shape to me, and he is a shell of what he was as a rookie. Is he that guy anymore?
Yeah, he's still that guy.
Do they have a tight end? Speaking of Hall of Fame tight ends, do they have
he's in the
anybody?
ESPN Monday Night Football.
What about Rico?
booth.
You love Rico.
I thought it would. They never throw him a pass. So I don't know what happened. He's out of sight, out of mind. I thought Jeff Swain was pretty good. He's gone. He's on an IR, and it's Blake Jarwin. This is all you got to replace Blake. No, Jason.
Okay, how about this, Skip? You keep.
Wait a second. Scott Linehan should be fired as the play caller. Jason Garrett should be fired as the head coach. Jerry Jones should be fired as the
What about
general
Rod
manager.
Marinelli? You didn't mention him?
Okay, all those guys. The defense was horrendous.
I know.
The defense was even worse than Dak, because Marcus Mariota went 11 of 14 on 3rd down. So he's up against all that this year. After his first year, he played the greatest rookie year quarterback I've ever seen. And by the way, last year, at this moment, 1 year ago, my Cowboys were 5-3 because Dak Prescott had thrown 16 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions. And he had outplayed Aaron Rodgers and Jared Goff and Alex Smith when Kansas City was flying high. Tell me that was a bad start to last year. That's his sophomore year. But then what happened right on schedule as they went to Atlanta, which would be this Sunday a year ago? No Zeke, he got suspended for 6 games. No Ty Smith, he was hurt. No Sean Lee, he was hurt. And everything fell completely apart.
But what about this year, though? Those guys, Ezekiel's here. Well, I mean,
Tyron Smith is there.
Do you see him? He's got 2 chins. He's got double chins. He does. He does.
Now you
wow.
Am I right?
Robert, you see what he's trying to do? He is always someone else where he doesn't have a receiver. And
he don't have a running back.
Skip, here's the thing.
Now I give you, he's got 1 receiver. He's got 1.
Okay,
All
Skip.
right. Hey, before we go here, I want to come here. I got something.
Really?
Skip, I got something for you.
You got something for me?
Yes. Yes, sir. We got something too. Put it up here. And
what you got to do for it?
Wait a minute. And you know what, Skip? Put it up. Here we go.
Thank you.
Do you remember the bet we had, and we could watch the clip
look at all
about the Michigan bet and Jim Harbaugh this year?
Preseason.
Right, so let's take a look at the clip. We got a clip.
You already know what's going to happen. I give him, you know what? I'm going to be nice.
Yeah.
Old khaki pants. I say go 7-5.
7-5?
7-5,
Okay,
8-4.
wait, can I have 3 cases on of Diet Mountain Dew right now?
8-4.
Wait, you just went 7-5. You spat it out.
8-4.
Are you already
Shannon,
back?
Shannon, go to 7-5. What's that schedule? Go
7-5.
I'll bet you
Come on.
7-5.
7-5. I got 5 losses. Thank you very much.
Can
for
I get
3
some?
cases. Yeah, you got it too. Thank you.
I'm
So
all
I got
in.
5 losses. If they finish with